Alright, so we have the most underrated Space Marine chapter in 40K. Other than that, man, let's go.
Hi, I'm Arthur, and this
What's up,
is
man?
part 5 in a 20-part series
What's
I'm
up?
doing covering fan favorites chapters in order of the legions. Do you need to have seen the other parts to understand this one? No, but it would make me happy. I have been on the record saying that identifying successors of the White Scars to cover in this series and all of its successive, seasons is difficult to say the least, but it is possible. I've been asked on livestream a few times what is my biggest achievement in regards to this channel, and I look back pretty fondly on my Marauders video with a degree of happiness, but I think that's mostly because I found a way to spread a single paragraph of lore over a 10-minute video, which is kind of...
Oh, we love those. Hey, yo, I do the same thing. It's just sometimes, bro, I just, I kind of just like watch these gaming and like Warhammer videos and add like a little B tier commentary with like some C+ jokes. I feel like I'm doing my job over here, yo.
It even is stated in universe that the successor chapters of the Adeptus Astartes are like less than 10% made up of successors of the White Scars. Does that mean they are not cool? No. It means that you can kind of fiddle around a bit, and I'm gonna run dry on them bastards quickly if I keep doing these series over and over again, but I do want to cover everything at some point. And I do have a few ideas after that where to go. So, but that's besides the point. I have been invested in a few topics as of late, just doing my own deep dive research, and one that caught my attention was the Badab War, and I've been looking into it and drawing comparisons and whatnot, and a lot of people really like the Badab War as it's this weird...
Bro, at first I thought he said the Bad Apple War. He said the Badab War, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never even heard of that before. If y'all got like some videos or whatever, and please, bro, I'm not trying to react to no 50-minute video. Y'all know, bro, I love, like, listen, I love like Warhammer, I love gaming, etc. When it gets to these 50-minute, an hour-long videos that y'all be sending me, bro, this ain't Avengers Endgame. What are we, hold up, let's chill. Now a 20-minute video I can definitely do. 30-minute video, it's long, but I can definitely do. Bro, when we start reaching depths of 50 minutes, an hour, 1/3, I'm like, yo, what are we like? Yo, like, I'm confused. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? Yo, I start like looking side to side like I'm confused or like, what are we doing? 50 minutes, an hour long, brother. Yo, I'm not watching a movie marathon over here, bro. This ain't that, okay?
Weird section of Imperial history where there was a point to be made that both sides of the conflict could be considered the guy that was in the right, depending on how far you get into the conflict, but towards the end it kind of becomes...
Well, he said both of the guys were kind of in the right. Bro, see, this is Warhammer. This is what I don't understand. Whenever it comes down to Warhammer, first of all, I think that everybody's just in the wrong. Whenever it comes down to Warhammer, right? I'm not going to be like one of those guys that are like, you know what, bro? There are no good guys in Warhammer. Like, imagine saying, like, there are no good guys in Warhammer. That can never be me. Other than that, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. There are, like, a few good guys in Warhammer, y'all. But, like, I'm going to keep it real for what it is. Bro, there's, like, I don't want to say that they're both, like... I don't want to say that they're both like that both sides are like corrupted or whatever, bro. But let's just say it's not completely good on either sides at all. There is no like indefinite good side or like indefinite bad side. Like the way I look at it, bro, it's just all evil, bro, all bad, all whatever. That's what I look at it. Like it's Warhammer. Like you got to be honest with you, bro. Like Warhammer is like another word for depression. Like I just got to keep it real for what it is. Like it's not Warhammer 40K lore. It's depression 40K lore. Like it's not like like Warhammer isn't a thing to where you can just load up and be like, yay, I'm about to, just read something spectacular. No, this is depression. This is sadness. This is brutality. This is like, this is every single bad word in the dictionary. This is scary. This is something that you don't want to, like, only the toughest of the toughest, like me and myself and I, only the toughest of the toughest can really sit up here, bro, and really, talk to his audience about, Warhammer lore, because obviously me and my goat Vulcan are built like that. Only people with the strongest minds of all time can really sit here, bro, and talk about Warhammer. And really voice their opinion about it. Because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. The way I be getting comboed up in the comments about Warhammer, it's absolutely ridiculous, bro. Let me just sit here and say this, bro. All y'all are part of the problem.
Pretty clear who who is the bad guy here. The Maelstrom Warders are a group of individuals who are kind of weird and are central to this conflict. And I just spoke about someone who was a part of it, and I don't think they were a part of the Badab War, though I'd have to double check.
Hey, is it me or like their colors are a little like this color wave right here is a little nasty, and it's not like a good nasty. This is a nasty, ugly nasty. This is a cricket color type of nasty. This is a little type of nasty. Like this does not this doesn't look good. This is rubbing me the wrong way, literally.
But the Maelstrom Warders themselves were the ones that made up the majority of the forces of the Astral Claw's goons during the Badab War. The Charnel Guard was the one I'm referring to. That's a small faction of Blood Angel's successors, and I think that it's very interesting that they were a part of two major lore events, which is the War of the False Primarch as well as the Badab War. But
boy, what in the Scooby-Doo? What in the cracked out Scooby-Doo are we looking at, yo? This is bro, if I go if I go over like my friend's house and I see this dog right here, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Yo, I'm telling him to keep this thing locked up in the cage, bro. Yo, as a matter of fact, bro, let's step outside. Let's talk outside. Let's talk outside. As a matter of fact, bro, let's go on a walk or something, bro. Yeah, without the dog. Bro, lock your dog up immediately. These dogs do not look friendly at all, bro. These dogs like, bro, you know how like a dog would like normally just like wag his tail and like, looking at you smiling and stuff like that, bro. Man, these things, bro, man, they're like they bite their own tail, bro, and like it. Like these dogs look kinky and freaky and just they don't look so nice. Yeah, they don't look so nice, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm actually kind of scared looking at this picture.
But one of the other chapters that they were fighting alongside with has kind of caught my attention, and they're the reason why I decided to choose them in the making of this video. Now, if you know your Badab War lore, you know exactly who I'm talking about. So, to break it down, who are the chapters of the Maelstrom Warders? There was the Astral Claws, which were the group leading the charge, the ones with Huron Luft, now Huron Blackheart, as their chapter master. There were the Lamenters, God rest their tired souls, the Charnel Guard, like I mentioned already, and then you have the individuals I'm talking about today, which is the Mantis Warriors. I do think it's...
Ew. Yo, their color wave is nasty. Green and yellow. This not even like... This type of green is not even... This is like an olive green. And then look at this yellow. This is like a mustard type of yellow. Ew, this is nasty, bro. This is like hot dog condiments right here. This is... You got the relish and you got the mustard. What are we looking at right now? This is despicable, bro. Ew, bro, throw these away.
It's funny that the second founding chapter I covered for the White Scars were the Marauders, and they are actually listed as having a successor chapter of their own, which I don't know how that works, as it's not really discussed that often. I know that the general consensus is that most chapters send in a gene seed tithe so that if ever the Mechanicus needs to make a new chapter to govern a new task, they just make a new one. But I don't know what it means when the successors are successors of a specific chapter rather than the main legion. It's kind of interesting, but I digress. So, the Mantis Warriors are a successor of the Marauders chapter, and they are part of the gene lineage of the White Scars, so you can kind of trace it back. With that preamble out of the way, who exactly are the Mantis Warriors, and why are they so damn cool?
Yo, can I keep it real, y'all? Nah. Yo, I'm not even a hater. Y'all know me, bro. I'm not a hater. Like, y'all can call me whatever y'all want. Glazer, Vulcan Glazer, Black. Yo, say whatever y'all want. But y'all will never, ever call me a hater. Let me be the first one to tell y'all, hey, yo, Mantis Warriors, I don't want y'all, to light up the living room, with Mac 10s and machine guns. Let me just say this for one time. Like, I'm sorry. This is the ugliest, like, Warhammer, like, color wave I've ever seen in my life. This is crazy, y'all. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Comparing this to this, man, this thing is pure gold. Well, my bad. In this instance, it's pure green. You get it? Because it's green, pure gold. Because, like, it looks... Move on? Okay. But, bro, listen. This thing right here compared to this is way better. This thing right here is way better than this. This is nasty, y'all. Bro, he look like he just got hit up with a bunch of frogs or something. Like, this is crazy.
It's because they are basically just the Raptors, but 20 to 25% less rational, which I think is dope as all hell. So, for a quick understanding, they were a very reclusive chapter and kept to themselves for the most part, which meant they were often never really messed with in any way that mattered, right? So, when they were forced into the Maelstrom Warders by the High Lords of Terra, they did find things go a little bit smoother, you know, with a hand from other chapters that would actually work with them with very little degrees of them trying to govern everything the Mantis warriors were doing. You know, it was good until it wasn't, you know, that whole Badab War thing, definitely, yeah. So, because of their reclusive tendencies, they actually started to form this kind of ideal way of living, where in order to preserve their limited supplies, they would actually pick up guerrilla tactics as their main fighting style. Like the Raptors, in order to fight and succeed as they needed to in their design section, which I believe is the Endymion cluster. I'm going to skip the Badab War, but for context, the Marine in this image that isn't Tyberos is a Mantis warrior, so I get it. It's kind of...
Boy, hey, let's go back for one quick second.
I'm going to skip the Badab War, but for context, the Marine in this...
Ooh, bro, if I'm him, ooh, boy. Yo, man, if I'm him, y'all, I'm making bro the deal of his of my life. I'm making him the I'm gonna be. This ain't funny. This ain't funny, bro. But like, let me just do it, y'all. Yo, if I'm him, I'm like these. Please, bro, please. I'll give you all the information. Yo, whatever you want, I got you. For real, y'all. Yo, see how his arm got chewed off? Like a Nature Valley chewy bar. See how like his arm just got absolutely descended, bro. Man, all we seeing right here is all types of beef, sausages, and bacon right here, bro. Just dripping. We just seeing all types of fruit punch and all types of meats just clashing together. This is what we seeing right now, bro. Bro, his arm is just, bro, defeated. His bro, he got snacked on, bro. Hey, he got tried out. He got tasted. Yo, he got free sampled. Yo, imagine you're in front of this thing right here. Man, the amount of, bro, I'm sorry. The amount of damage he's about to do to you is indespicable. Mama! Bro, the amount of damage this man's about to do to you is, bro, it's crazy. You wouldn't even imagine what he about to do to you, bro. If I'm him, I'm making bro the deal of his lifetime, bro. I'm gonna sound like a shark off Shark Tank, bro. I'm gonna sound like prime Mark Cuban off Shark Tank. I'm making bro the deal of his lifetime, yo. If you spare my life, I'll give you all the information. As a matter of fact, if you spare my life, I'll give you 85% of their information. I gotta keep 15 for myself. Yo, if you spare my life, I'll tell you all the secrets up in the North Pole. Whatever you want. Yo, I'm gonna be like these. Hey, it's not funny. Yo, it's not funny, bro. But here's what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be like these, y'all. Please, bro, don't do it. Bro, this man right here, bro, is looking like... He's looking like adult Gohan from Dragon Ball whenever he got packed up by Android 17 and 18. Yo, mama! Yo, I'm gonna be like this. It's not funny. Wait, it's not funny. Yo, I'm gonna be like these. Bro, whatever you want to know, I got you. Yo, it's just me and you. Bro, it's just me and you. Whatever you want to know, I got you. I got you.
This image that isn't Tyberos is a Mantis warrior, so I get it. It's kind of, yeah, they got their ass handed to them on a silver platter and ended up worse for wears, but comically enough, they were actually given a way out. They did plea that they didn't know that Huron, the chapter master of the Astral Claws, had fallen to chaos, and because of that, the Inquisition proclaimed them free from taint after some investigations, of course, and as recompense for their efforts against the Imperium, they were supposed to go on a penance crusade, meaning no new recruitment of neophytes for 100 years, and all their lands, planets, fortresses, and so on were to be sold off to the Firehawks and the other chapters that were...
Oh, he look like he got chicken pox, y'all. Ew.
Engaging in the war against the forces of the Astral Claws. Like, even their main recruitment planet was raided by the Carcharodons to get more numbers for the Carcharodons' own chapter. Where does that leave us on their journey? I know I'm skipping a bit, but now that we have the context of their existence, let's discuss the specifics of the chapter and why I think they deserve more interest. So, for one, they are the indomitable human spirit made manifest, as even though they got absolutely fuck-slammed by the Badab War and its repercussions, I find that they refuse to give up and just keep doing their job to the best of their ability.
Okay,
another good example of this is even when the Torchbearer fleets came in, which were the ships carrying the Grey Shield Primaris reinforcements to supply to dying chapters, even though at this point in the timeline they were considered redeemed and pardoned, they were never actually given Primaris reinforcements. They were seen as too untrustworthy by the Custodes and the individuals who were riding atop those fleets. So they were only given the technology to make Primaris, but not the Primaris themselves, so they were still a very understrength chapter. Which, to further my point, did they get upset at? Only a little bit, but after some exemplary actions and deciding to teach further guerrilla tactics to the next generation, they managed to create Primaris Marines and have been steadily recruiting new individuals. So as I said, they were eventually released from the Penance Crusade and now are slowly regaining numbers using the new Primaris tech, using whatever they can scrape and scrounge in order to survive. It's like the opposite of the Marines Malevolent in some cases, where people don't supply the Marines Malevolent, like the Mechanicus, the Imperium as a whole, because they are a hated chapter that does incredibly bad things. The Mantis Warriors are not supplied because they are a hated chapter that does really good things for the Imperium, but they don't complain about it like the Marines Malevolent. People just don't trust them, which I think is very interesting, because if I wasn't trusted to the degree that they were, I would probably become full-on renegade and start raiding other Space Marines like the Marines Malevolent, but instead they just stoically defy the odds and keep going even though they're in a bit of a shit situation. Due to them having ludicrously reduced numbers, they do tend to have a bit of a superior stock in terms of traditional Space Marines, as because of them having such limited gear and them having limited options for, tactical response, they have to become the best of the best when it comes to what they do, and gee golly gosh, they are. So on to some more interesting facts about them. There are two special ranks in the Mantis Warriors, as they are actually really Codex compliant in comparison to the rest of the White Scar successors, but they do have little caveats here and there. These ranks, I should note, are badass as hell. The first one is the super elite specialists that are branded with a bunch of snake tattoos. These individuals are named the Praying Mantidae, because I guess calling it the fucking Praying Mantis.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. They're comp. This is comp right here. Hey, now before, I'm gonna be honest with you. Before, their armor, it was a little shaky. It was a little, nasty looking. This looks hard right here. I like this a lot. This is cold. This is nice. This is saucy.
This would be a bit too simple, now wouldn't you agree? These individuals specialize in hunting down the remaining members of the Astral Claws that tricked them into working for Huron Blackheart. These are some of the most badass Marines you could have, receiving more training than most Space Marines would in their entire lifetime in a short period of time. The other individuals that have reached a different rank that is outside of the normal structure of the Codex Astartes is individuals who survived the Badab campaign and ended up defecting to help against the Tyrant of Badab. These are specialists who still harbor a deep-seated hatred for the betrayal and the deception of Huron, but don't go out of their way to hunt them like the Praying Mantidae do, and these individuals don a completely different armor color, specializing in sort of camouflage, I guess you could say, and these are called the Tranquility Snipers. These are some of the best snipers in the entirety of the Imperium and have very much been used effectively in the current guerrilla tactics way of surviving the Mantis Warriors does. They are a chapter that, in terms of their own belief, wish to be left alone. They are not against camaraderie, but they believe that their autonomy and ability to act on their own is one of their biggest strengths.
I mean, well, That, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, they are snipers, you know, like that just makes sense. Okay.
It's listed in
fits the whole
several
vibe.
codex
That just
entries
makes sense.
and
Okay.
Imperial Armory books that they have a bunch of custom kill markers, battle honors, and each reward a brother receives in terms of service is unique to him and him alone, as well as the deed that he committed, as it's a part of chapter tradition to maintain a sense of individuality all the way down to the Marine end of things. They try to remain aloof, not so much uncaring, but have a balanced set of humors, as losing your cool can cost you your life when you have so little support. They often get caught in horrendous situations, but it always
Swiss cheesed them. Look, y'all. Swiss cheesed them, bro. He looked like he just got clapped up 1,000 times, bro. Bro, I bet it was sounding like the 4th of July in his area, bro. He got hit with the 500 bullets of Doomerson. Oh my goodness, bro. Swiss cheesed him.
ends with them regrouping, figuring shit out, and then just locking in. These guys are awesome. They are everything I want in the Raptors, with a little bit more flair from them. I like the Mantis Warriors, and I hope they get the reinforcements they deserve for themselves in time for another novel, a story, or, you know, something else like that, because I think they are a very fun chapter, as there is a lot of interesting stories to be told with this kind of lineage and this kind of story build up to it. But that is just how I feel about them.
Shout out to our boy, man, Mr. 40K Bones, for this video, man. To be honest with you, bro, I barely even heard about these guys before, man. Like these Mantis Warriors and all these guys like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm definitely new to these guys. Their armor color definitely needs a little bit of work, but this right here, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not a hater. Their armor, like besides like these right here, bro, this don't look, you know, this actually looks pretty cold. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm not a hater. I'm not one of those guys that just hate just to hate. No, I gotta keep it real for what it is. This looks pretty cool. All right, you know, I ain't no hater. I'm gonna keep it real for what it is, man. Comment down below. What do you guys think about these, man? Make sure you guys go support Mr. 40K Bones as well, y'all. And yo, after this, I got a Death Stranding video that I'm uploading as well. Like I said, we're continuing the Warhammer. Well, we're not continuing it. This is actually like my new content. So we're doing Warhammer and gaming, even though Warhammer is gaming. At the same time, we're doing Warhammer videos and we're doing gaming videos as well. So shout out to everybody, you know, who support both. I really appreciate it, man. And other than that, bro, if you're new, make sure you guys like video, subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free to subscribe. Just press the goddamn button. Other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all later. Fix them out. Bye.